Hello everybody, I'm BC Begley, and these are your news headlines for September 14th, 2022. Injuries and the note suggest reported explosion at Northeastern University might have been a hoax. Boston and federal authorities are investigating whether a package that supposedly detonated at Northeastern University on Tuesday evening might have been staged by the employee who opened it and was injured, a law enforcement source told Fox News. Defense team unexpectedly rests its case in death penalty trial of Parkland school shooter. The defense team in the trial of Parkland, Florida school shooter Nicholas Cruz abruptly rested its case on Wednesday, leading the judge to admonish his attorneys for what she described as, quote, a level of unprofessionalism she had never before experienced. 3 Iranian citizens charged in broad hacking campaign in the United States. The Justice Department said on Wednesday that 3 Iranian citizens have been charged in the United States with ransomware attacks that targeted power companies, local governments, and small businesses and nonprofits, including a domestic violence shelter. Queen Elizabeth II lies in state as crowds pay their respects. The coffin of Queen Elizabeth II left Buckingham Palace for the last time on Wednesday, borne on a horse-drawn carriage and saluted by cannons and the tolling of Big Ben, in a solemn procession through the flag-draped, crowd-lined streets of London to Westminster Hall. There, Britain's longest-serving monarch will lie in state for the world to mourn. Illinois calls up National Guard to handle migrants. Chicago wants federal money diverted from Texas. Illinois Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker announced he is deploying 75 National Guard members to deal with the influx of migrants being bused to Chicago from Texas. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has continued to send buses of migrants to Washington, D.C., New York City, and Chicago to draw attention to the ongoing immigration crisis. MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell has phone seized by FBI at fast food outlet. MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell, a prominent Donald Trump supporter, said the FBI seized his cell phone and he was handed a subpoena from a Colorado grand jury on Tuesday while he was in a Hardee's parking lot in Minnesota. Armenia says 105 troops killed in Azerbaijan border clashes. More than 100 Armenian soldiers have been killed in border clashes with Azerbaijan since Monday, the Armenian Prime Minister had said. Azerbaijan says 50 of its own troops have also been killed in the fighting, which both sides blame on the other. It is the latest in a series of long-running conflicts fought between the 2 former Soviet republics over the disputed Nagorno-Karabakh regions. Eiffel Tower to go dark earlier at night in response to energy crisis. The Eiffel Tower will go dark earlier than usual each night in response to the energy crisis in Europe, officials announced on Tuesday. The illumination of the Eiffel Tower will end at 11:45 p.m., which is when the tower closes to visitors, starting on September 21st. This is according to the Paris mayor. The iconic landmark usually is lit until 1 a.m. Right-wing bloc wins narrow majority in Swedish parliament. A right-wing bloc that includes a nationalist anti-immigration party won a narrow majority in Sweden's parliament on Wednesday. It was a major political shift in the Scandinavian country that had a decades-long history of welcoming refugees, but is grappling with a crime wave linked with immigration. Prehistoric human skeleton found in Mexican cave flooded at the end of the last ice age. A prehistoric human skeleton has been found in a cave system that was flooded at the end of the last ice age 8,000 years ago, according to a cave diving archaeologist on Mexico's Caribbean coast. EU proposes banning products made with forced labor. The European Commission proposed on Wednesday an EU ban on products made using forced labor, with legislation that will add to existing United States pressure on China, but will likely change before it enters force. Millions in China brace for torrential rains and floods as Typhoon Muifa makes landfall. Tens of millions of people across swaths of eastern China were bracing for floods and torrential rains and towering waves on Wednesday as the most powerful typhoon of the season so far made landfall and headed towards the densely populated city of Shanghai. Pakistan is still in danger, and flooding may take up to 6 months to recede, authorities say. Authorities in Pakistan have warned it could take up to 6 months for deadly floodwaters to recede in the country's hardest hit areas, as fears rise over the threat posed by waterborne diseases including cholera and dengue. California's mosquito fire prompts more evacuation as it races toward mountain communities, burning homes and cars in its path. The mosquito fire burning in Northern California flared up on Tuesday afternoon, charging toward a mountain community and torching more homes as it burned dangerously close to a high school. And those are your news headlines for September the 14th of 2022.